Hello, all my friends at WCReplays.com. This is Systemshark bringing to you another audio commentary. This audio commentary copyrighted 2008 WCReplays.com. Get that out of the way. As usual, it's been a long time since my last audio commentary. Hopefully we're going to be changing that. I actually had an audio made before we had the patch, but Orange and Joseki's audio was already in the wings, and I don't think we needed to release 3 audios in one sitting, and most people had patched already. So biggest news, I guess, to report now is the patch. Finally, it's here. How long have we waited? Years? I don't know. Long time, right? And it's been promised to us for a long, long time, and finally it's here. I've been getting mixed reviews from it, but for the most part, I think people are really appreciative on the patch, and they think a lot of the changes were needed, and they think that it fixed a lot of the serious issues that we had. Some of the other problems maybe didn't get addressed as well as they liked. I don't think people are too happy with the way towers were dealt with. I don't think it really changed that matchup with humans as seriously, but other things going on is the staff changes, which is a big thing against humans and night elves. They took a big hit from that, but honestly, that was a little bit of an exploit. Even though it took skill to kind of pull off, I know that wasn't probably part of Blizzard's plans to allow that, to be able to happen with that. And that's the reason they put cooldowns on items, is so you couldn't do things like that. Anyway, that's my opinion. I guess a lot of people have different views on that. While I'm jammering on and yammering on, you guys can get the replay file synced up at the 1 minute mark at 1x speed. I've got a really short replay for you guys this time, so this isn't even going to be a very lengthy audio commentary. The one I did before was almost an hour long, and I was just talking forever and ever. But this one's only about, I think the game's only 11 minutes, so I can't imagine the commentary will last more than 20, 30 minutes, depending on how long I talk, So get it synced up at the 1 minute mark at 1x speed. This is a game from the TGL, I believe. I've been hosting a lot of matches for people on GGC, and I really don't have any idea why they're asking me to host, because almost every game I host, the players complain about lag. The admins, however, tell me that they don't care what the players are saying about the lags, because if they did care so much about the lag, that they would bring their own hosts. So if it comes down to me actually being a host for players, that means those players were not able to get their own host, and they don't have any right to complain. That's the admin's view on it. Me, I don't care. I could care less. I'm usually just hanging around playing games myself, and then they'll MSN me asking me to host the matches. I only have regular cable connection. I am US East, but there's got to be a lot of people from US East that can host for, I think mainly for Australians and for Canada, and I don't know, maybe some Europeans. I'm not sure how it works out with the hosting, but I do that. I host periodically every now and then. So some of the replays that I get aren't actually posted at WCReplays.com or anywhere. I don't know if they post all these replays. They are available at WAG TV. Normally there's some type of WAG TV going on, or some kind of viewing material through the game. If they have administrators or anything in it. Anyway, I've talked for a little while. We can go ahead and get the audio or the replay unpaused here. Get ready, 5 seconds, and we'll unpause. We're at the 1 minute mark, 1x speed. You can put it at my point of view if you want. I'm on one of the observers teams. And we'll unpause it here in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright, this is Orc Vs Orc Mirror on Terran Stand. I've been hosting tons and tons of mirror matches lately. Ever since 1.22, it's been like at least 80% of the games that I've been hosting for people have been mirrors. And I don't know what that means. If there just happens to be a lot of people mirrors, maybe it's a big coincidence, or maybe it's because mirror is probably the most balanced out of any matchup. And I probably have to venture to say that that's a big factor in it. And when I first saw the players' names in this, I thought that Inso meant insomnia, but it actually is an orc player. I actually forgot what his name is. It's in the log. I talk about it a little bit in the observer chat in the beginning of the game. But that's not Insomnia, that's Inso, the Orc player, and Focus, obviously, the Orc player as well. So Terran Stand, a smaller map. We got an Orc mirror here, so should be seeing similar hero choices and unit choices and creeping patterns. The biggest thing I want to talk about in this audio, since it's a relatively short replay, is we'll see how little decisions and consequences of those decisions can kind of come up for the win. Because in Mirror, it's really the little things that matter. It's getting that grunt kill, or it's making that harass count, it's delaying your opponent's tech. It's all those little things. And a big start to seeing how the game is going to go is if you watch the creeping pattern. So you'll see here that two things are done differently here. Inso finishes off the apprentice camp completely, while as Focus will finish the middle priest and the apprentice wizard there just to get the item, and then he immediately moves over to the renegade wizard camp right to his base. Now, it's a really small thing here, like I said, small things, but it's allowing him to creep these camps a little bit faster and allowing him to do more things with his Blade Master. He's tanking a lot on his Blade Master, which is not a bad thing. He's going to get his Voodoo Lounge up really quickly here, and he'll be able to heal his Blade Master up. So generally, if you want to take those early hits on your hero, and you're not afraid of harassment, I would definitely consider tanking with your hero. So he gets level 2 just from creeping that one Apprentice Wizard camp, or Apprentice Wizard and the Wizard camp at the Goblin Laboratory. He's going to go and get his, I'm talking about focus here. An interesting thing that he did there too was he sold his Scroll of Town Portal and the Cloak of Shadows that he got there, and you'll notice that Inso did that as well. So I don't know if both these players have played against each other or if this is just a common thing to do at this level of play. I know I don't see it in regular ladder play. Selling your Scroll of Town Portal can be pretty detrimental, but maybe on smaller maps like this it's not as important. I don't know if they buy it back later. And actually, I've been seeing it a lot lately, just in more matches than not. They'll sell that Scroll of Town Portal just to get that extra gold in the beginning. As soon as nighttime rolls around, you see both players do pick up the Boots of Speed from the Goblin Merchant. Even in your regular ladder play, your average Joe, whatever server you happen to play on ladder play, it's pretty imperative to get that Boots of Speed on your Blade Master. If you're a Night Elf and you're getting your Demon Hunter, get it on your Demon Hunter as well. It's a really, really good item, and it's good for either running away or chasing down weak units. This is one decision I think that Inso made that probably led to his a big part to this loss here. Losing a grunt early is so very important. I've been talking to Lado about this, and he's our newest audio commentator. You'll see him and Priest I brought on at the same time, and they're both really, really talented players and very good audio commentators. I think you guys will really like them. You might have remembered them from the member audio commentary section, since I do bring them on there. But I did speak with Lado at length before we brought him on, and one of the things we discussed about is Orcs, and since that's the race I play, and I was asking him for tips because he's a lot better player than I am. And he mentioned to me that losing a grunt early is really detrimental, whereas like losing an archer or something early for Night Elf isn't as key. And that's in almost every matchup, not just mirrors, but it's in all the matchups there. So right there we just saw Focus was able to take out one of Inso's grunts at that creep camp. The decision that Inso did to bring his 2 grunts down and creep that creep camp where he lost the grunt it's a really risky decision. That's closer to where your opponent is probably going to be at that time in the game, and those creeps have the frost armor, so by attacking them, it's going to take longer to kill them, and your units are going to be slowed when they try to run away. So that made it was easy pickings for that Blade Master. Popped out a Windwalk and got the kill on that. Both players trying to creep out this gold mine. Again, really good items that can drop from there. Let's see what item dropped. I can't see it. Circle of Nobility, which is not too bad for a Blade Master. He ends up using this Clarity Pod and picking up the Circle of Nobility. As you can see, since I'm shoutcasting this, blah, 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 blah. Right now, I think, is a good time to creep this Rogue Wizard and Apprentice Wizard camp here. When you have your 4 grunts out right before you're ready to do some big hits, right as you're teching. It's a lot less, right as Tier 2 finishes, or close to when Tier 2 is finishing. It's a higher level creep camp, even though it looks kind of small. It's a little bit difficult to pull off. Now, when I saw Inso pulling off this delay here on Focus's Spirit Lodge with just his Blade Master, I was pretty amazed. I was like, okay, I think that Focus is really going to be hurt here, having his Spirit Lodge delayed so much. He does have a really good base design, so he's able to bring his peons back. However, his Tier 2 buildings are having to be constructed way out in front, which makes them a really easy target for the Blade Master to come in and take out. And he's going to be able to take it out not once, but twice. We'll see him do it again here in a second. This is going to force Focus to stay around that Spirit Lodge to make it so it can go up. He's not going to be able to creep with his Shadow Hunter as much as he'd like to. If he was left to his own devices, he might be able to do that. So it looks like the tech was delayed a little bit or something there, because the Shadow Hunter, let me check that out. No, that was the first time a Shadow Hunter came out. So it looks like Inso's tech was a little bit delayed as opposed to Focus's. So in taking out that Spirit Lodge kind of helped them gain a little bit more of an advantage there. The idea behind getting a Shadow Hunter second, obviously